What is up, guys? Episode 118 right here live from the studios of Koba and H. My name is H, and I'm right here with my number one partner in crime.
What's up, guys? I'm here too, Koba the Gorilla. It's a beautiful Thursday afternoon.
75 degrees outside.
Beautiful California weather.
Yeah, the thing.
Why do people act like they don't know why California is so expensive? Like, we have the best weather, you know?
They just like hating on purpose,
I feel like California haters are like the guy that got stood up on a date and now he hates women. Like, I feel like they either couldn't handle California, couldn't afford living in California, or didn't make any friends in California.
But a lot of them never even came here.
Exactly, because they can't afford it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't think some fool in Nebraska that hates California because of, like, whatever, Newsom or whatever? Because everyone hates Newsom. Like, you don't think they wish, like, they had some badass California dreams? Like,
they did, yeah.
Like, I know you want to be a movie star, you know? Like,
you're too far out.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out Nebraska, though. Do we have listeners out there? Probably not.
Probably the couple we had, we just lost them.
Anyway, who gives a fuck? Yeah. So Super Bowl just happened.
Hell yeah.
A couple days ago.
Taylor Swift.
You know what though? Fuck the 49ers, dude.
They're
in general.
They're the most confusing people ever.
Yeah. Like, now that baseball's coming back, 49er fans will be rooting for the Dodgers. Like, what the fuck?
For LA,
dude?
You know?
Yeah.
Like, they're not part of the Bay Area no more.
Yeah, exactly, dude. And you know what? I'm gonna play something for 49er fans. Just to fuck with them a little bit more, all right? This is for you guys.
That's funny.
I don't give a bollocks about football, but I hate the 49ers.
Yeah.
Fans.
Yeah.
I felt bad for the players, you know? I mean, they worked hard.
Obviously, the players, yeah, you know.
They worked hard, you know? Just like I do with any World Cup when someone loses.
Yeah, it sucks for them. But they're like the Cruz Azul of NFL now.
Yeah, they choke a lot, huh?
Yeah. The last time they won one was in 1995.
Well, the Chiefs? I mean, the Kansas City?
No, the Niners.
Niners?
Yeah.
Fucking worst ESPN analyst. But yeah, all jokes aside, I went over to my sister's to watch it. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of got into it.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. So I was like, okay, I get it.
It's like a lot of sports.
Once I was getting the rules where I was like, oh, this is this or blah, blah, blah. Or like, I was like, oh, okay, I kind of get it. And then, you know what I will say about football that I do enjoy? There's always a comeback. Like, there's always a chance of a comeback. Like, you could be getting smoked and they'll come back literally the last quarter, you know?
Yeah,
but like, a lot of sports, like, I'm not comparing them, but like, because they're different. Like, for example, soccer, like, if you come back from like 3-0, that shit's legendary, you know?
Yeah, like Liverpool, you know?
Yeah, like, I still remember that, you know? Yeah. It's fucking beautiful. And it makes it more special, so I'll give it that.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're never really safe in football, it's pretty fucking cool. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, that's a good thing for fans and for the whatever team's losing, you know?
But also, too many fucking turnovers and slowing down of the game. Which I get it. That's the fucking
Because I like it when they're like in a consistent space.
In a flow, right?
Yeah, and then, fuck, this fucking asshole just broke his leg, you know? Like, now the whole fucking team, and we're going to commercials, and then the analysts get to have a little minute of chat, you know?
Yeah.
Like, fuck. And I mean, also, it's a different sport, you know?
The commercials sucked this year. Did you like any of them?
Kennedy. It's almost gonna make me want to vote for Robert Kennedy.
Yeah, too bad he sounds like a fucking.
I know that's what I said. Like, fuck. Like, so if I vote for him,
once we give the power back to America, we will take over America.
So if I vote, go.
Once we give the power to the people, we will take back what is ours. We will stand up to the evil authorities. Please vote for me. Even though I sound like Marge Simpson.
I can't do the fucking voice.
Oh, like, fuck the political parties. Just bring back menthol cigarettes.
Like, bro, yeah. It was like a cigarette style, like old school.
Like
like
60s.
Yeah, maybe not cigarette style, but like vintage style.
Like
commercial.
60s, yeah.
Yeah, but that McIVN away, but like
Yeah, I like him.
I can't listen to him.
Nah, that's the thing. I'm like, fuck.
Like, dude, spend your money and get some surgery for that
Yeah.
shit. If it's it's probably not possible. I'm sure,
he's
he's tried it. I'm sure he's tried it.
He's fucked already.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck my voice.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's the only thing that's losing him
I
in a
pledge
race.
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
He just starts doing sign language.
Dude, might as fucking well, bro.
Most votes for him because he thinks there's gang signs.
Oh, dude, I don't even want to talk about that guy with his horrible promo at Republic.
I'm
But
a fool.
yeah,
I sold out Republic.
fuck, nah, that fool sucked last time. But yeah, anyway, yeah, the commercials. First of all, I think it's kind of nerdy to be like, ooh.
It is kind of stupid.
You know what I hate is, oh, I only care about the commercials.
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking moron.
Yeah.
You're gonna spend 4 hours of your day for commercials? Like, you're a retard. Like,
Nah, yeah. And
I also, you know what I will say? What's as annoying as like toxic sports fans is people that don't watch sports and they're so, I can't watch sports. Like, it's boring to me. Like, they think they're better than you because you watch sports and they don't. Like, I could never watch that. Like, shut the fuck up.
it's
dude.
like, when
You
they
watch
say,
reality TV.
or when they say it's like, oh, it's a waste of your life, or a waste of your time, like,
Yeah.
do something better,
Yeah. Like, shut the fuck up, fool. Like, you ain't a millionaire.
I think people who like sports are more entertaining, not entertaining, but more interesting in a way. You can connect easier.
Oh,
to them.
in the sense that, like, if you're stuck in an elevator with someone, but they have a soccer jersey,
You'll get a conversation with them.
you can talk to them about something, yeah. Unless you're me, and I'm like, I just buy the jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like people definitely like, oh, I don't watch sports. Or you know what I fucking hate too?
What?
It's like, the fucking, it's made to trap you. The Matrix. That's what they do to distract you.
Oh, they
so
always
you
think
can
it's
stay like a slave. Like, no, dude. There are great athletes in the world, and people pay to see them. Just like since the Aztecs had fucking sports. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Since the Romans had a Greco-Roman wrestling that is still relevant today. Like, sports has always been a thing. It's not the Matrix attacking you. You're not Andrew Tate. Shut the fuck up. It's okay to drink a beer and watch a game. You fucking loser. I don't know. Well, what about you? Did you watch the game?
I didn't actually have to work.
Yeah, I bet you were.
Sadly,
Yeah, it's all good, dude.
I wouldn't mind watching it if I had the opportunity to, but yeah.
Yeah, we grilled some burgers. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
nothing
sick.
crazy. I didn't even have one beer that day.
I was like, damn, I was at work and I'm like, fuck, Koba's right. This should be a national holiday,
It should be a holiday, yeah, dude.
Like, what the fuck am I doing here? There's like 2 people inside the damn building.
I give a fuck more about the Super Bowl than I'm just kidding. I was gonna say Martin Luther King Day, but I don't really care about any of them. I mean, kind of true. I mean, like,
That was more like, it's more like for kids.
what,
like-
Martin Luther King Day?
I feel like kids get those benefits of having Monday off,
Ah, yeah.
It's more like, I'm like, people are out here, it's MLK or it's fucking, what's another one? Fuck, what's another holiday like that? They get a
Columbus
President's Day.
Yeah,
I'm
Columbus
like,
Day too.
fuck, but I'm still here at work on a Monday.
Yeah, you're like, fuck, I'm not
Piece
a
of
kid
shit.
anymore. What do you mean this billion-dollar company didn't want to close on Columbus Day?
I'm like,
That's
fuck,
funny,
I
dude.
guess I do miss school.
So, fun fact,
Yeah.
in South Park, or I guess it's like a rhyme, in 1492, right? That's when Columbus discovered America.
October 12th, yeah.
Yeah. Also blow your nose harder, And then my dad, I mean,
Oh.
not you. In 1492, in South Park, he goes, in 1490, Columbus landed in 1492, so we get a day off school. Like, it rhymes a little bit. Like, that's a joke,
That's what it is.
Yeah. Like, he doesn't fucking know why.
We used to get Columbus Day off, remember?
Well, yeah,
Way back.
Yeah, way back. And then people were like, I think it's Indigenous Day now because he was like really rapey and stuff like that.
I feel like he just had to come, in order to have all this fucking shit built nowadays.
I feel like back then, if you raped, like, oh, whatever, like, I'm just kidding, not whatever, but
It was different eras.
it was
obviously,
different
like,
era. Back then, it was like we land in your shores and we take your women, and
Or they thought he was God,
yeah,
or
fuck
some
that
bullshit
guy.
like
He's
that.
a piece of shit, but still, whatever. It is what it is. I'm also not a fucking dick sucker for colonizers, which I fucking hate too.
No, obviously.
Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, well, he was fucking Catholic, so I'm gonna suck him off. Like, I don't give a fuck, dude. But yeah, I miss having those days off school. I feel like school made you appreciate days off more than work. But then also, though, not really, because work that chinga sometimes, I don't know. Do you find, like, whenever you're at work and you're having, like, a tired day, do you ever think like, fuck, I wish I was just like in elementary school again?
Sometimes I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck.
That's funny. dude.
Whatever.
It
We're
is
here
what it
already. We're in the boat.
I know, it is what it is. But other than that, the Super Bowl was cool. I'm glad, honestly, that the Chiefs won. For a little recap, I guess, for a casual, like even less than a casual, the Chiefs are late. And my sister was telling me the whole night. She was like, they're late starters. They always do that.
Oh,
they start
really?
off late. And I'm like, these fools are down. Like, how are they gonna win? It's like the third quarter. They're playing like
shit.
playing like shit. She's like, don't doubt Mahomes. Don't doubt Mahomes.
I thought
Watch.
you were gonna say, "Don't doubt my homie."
Yeah, and then she was like, "Oh, don't doubt him. Like they always do that. They always do that." And
Oh,
I'm like,
shit.
"Fuck, like okay, like third quarter.
What
It's not like
time?
third quarter already. Like not that it was boring, but I'm like, when do you start to think as a team like, hey, this is the big game of the year. Like let's fucking get going." And yeah, dude. Next thing you know, they fucking win, and I feel like that was the 49ers game to win. Like because the Chiefs played so horrible throughout the first part of the game. So, like, that was your chance, you know? And they still couldn't do shit. And then eventually, like, they fucking won. And I guess Mahomes is that good, you know? He's a fucking star. So, congratulations for them.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty cool to see. 49ers fans, I don't know, man.
Choose a side.
Choose a side.
Like, if
And-
you're gonna, like...
And I also get it, too, right? Like, I told one of my homegirls, I was like, I find it weird that, the same thing, like, you root for the 49ers, but then people root for the Dodgers. And then she was like, oh, you're one of those people. And I also get it, like...
Because you're one of the right people.
I
It's
guess,
true.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, where I was like, I just don't get it. But I also get their perspective that, like, it's sports, it's supposed to be fun. Like, there are not rules, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, but...
there are no rules in sport.
There isn't, but obviously, like... Look how hypocritical it sounds, Like, fuck LA 1 month and then fuck the Bay Area 1 month.
Like, if you were a Giants fan, a San Francisco Giants, then I get it. And then you like the 49ers, okay, you're a Bay Area guy, right? Whatever. But, like, I don't get it when you're like, okay, now it's time to root for the Dodgers. I get it to complete. Because her perspective was like, oh, it's a different sport.
It doesn't matter.
And I was like, I get it.
Like, I'm not going to like the fucking... Or the New York Yankees and then fucking like the LA Rams, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, my brother hates America. If America's playing another team from, like, another country, it's still fuck America.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I know
Yeah.
that's a little tribalistic, but...
Nah, but that's what teams are, kind of, like, you're going to support one whole group, even though it does sound like a fucking
like a cult almost,
like
right?
a cult,
religion.
yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, sports has been good lately, dude. Lately, the UFC has been scrambling for UFC 300, right? We've been talking about that. We're not going to talk about that a lot, but our boy Brennan Schaub made a couple headlines.
Shout out to Brennan Schaub.
Who's our best friend, by the way. We're really
sir.
close. We're having dinner with him later, actually. No, just
Yeah,
kidding.
we're having some carne asada.
It's actually not true.
Shit.
We're actually having steak.
That's what we're having.
Yeah, that's what we're having. But basically, do you know that girl, Nina Maria? She does like TikTok interviews. And
I
she-
barely saw her, honestly.
Yeah, she does like the fun interviews, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, what's your worst date or smash or pass? Like, she does like bits like that.
Yeah.
Like, she's a hot girl, and I hate Era Hawani, but you could tell que ese güey sí estudió, like he's a journalist.
He puts in his work.
He's a journalist. He's a legit journalist.
Like, I would want to have a conversation with him about MMA,
Yeah.
I don't hate the guy.
So just give me some background, and yeah. Do you want to see what Brendan said?
Oh, yeah.
So
the homie.
Basically, what happened is Brendan Schaub said something about Sean Strickland. I know you've seen the Sean Strickland altercation with MGK, and then him beating up Sneeko, right? You saw all
I
that,
saw
right?
that.
So we're on the same page. Brendan Schaub, to give you a little background before I play the video, he wasn't talking shit about Sean Strickland. He wasn't saying it was scripted, and he wasn't saying Sean Strickland is a gimmick. He's basically just saying that he feels like the UFC puts him in those positions so they can go viral, so they can get attention, and try to push him as a star.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think about
I don't
that?
think as a star. I think it's more like getting him to those like trendy media outlets, like TMZ, fucking the Hollywood.
What did you say though? They're trying to make him a star. Then why else would he be in that media?
No, just be more like a clown,
Nah, not like a clown.
Because I think his star era already finished, Maybe if he continued the streak of a champion.
I don't agree with you because he's bigger now that he doesn't have the belt than when he did have the belt. When he won the belt, no one even
True,
knew
but
who the fuck he was.
But I don't think we're gonna see him in the ring as much anymore.
Why?
He'll be more focused on this entertainment era, even though he hates it. He hates being an influencer, but even Brendan was right in that. You are an influencer.
We'll play the video and then we'll talk about it a little more.
Yeah.
But this is our boy, Brandon Schaub. Shout out the Schaub Show. Make sure you guys listen to it if you're MMA fans. So there you go. This is Brandon Schaub.
It's all orchestrated. This is all designed, you know. So I don't know. A bit of it makes me feel. Again, this might be my age showing. It seems just kind of scummy. It's just weird to me. I don't know the Cinco kid. I know he's talking shit about Mikey. That's our boy. It's weird to have a guy who was a former world champion just kind of tee off on him. Even though he asked for it, ignorance is bliss. The kid's an idiot, clearly, if you're going to get beat up by Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland's the perfect guy for it. And Sean, he says, I'm doing the Lord's work. I'm beating up influencers. But by partaking in it, Sean's influencing a significant amount of people as well. Like, we're all influencers. Now, Sean has way more skill and has earned his right to be an influencer in the fight space, right? He's a perfect guy to beat up these influencers, It's just something weird about it. It's all orchestrated by the UFC. So this is all...
So that's what our boy Brandon said, and we'll talk about it right now. Let me update you on what Nina replied. So she said, here's the thing about Brandon Schaub. I love the guy, but this take has to be more stupid than Sneeko agreeing to spar Sean Strickland, LOL. At Brendan Schaub, do you really think Dana White and the UFC would risk it all for Sneeko and add Sean Strickland? I have the answer. It's hell no. Laugh my ass off. Former UFC fighter Jake Shields, who I think is a douchebag, he kind of said too that like it wasn't orchestrated, but he kind of understands Brendan, right? So anyway, this is Brendan's response to her. Listen, here's the thing about Nina Marie. Love the girl, but she's new. How long are we going to pretend the UFC has morals and this is such a reach? Maria, you attend every power slap event for starters, which was created by the ownership of the UFC. Legit MMA journalists are banned for not giving cupcake questions from UFC events. Don't even get me started on fighter pay. Assuming UFC is open to a YouTuber getting his ass whooped is far from a bad take. A lawsuit doesn't scare the UFC. Please look into the current lawsuit from over 100 plus former fighters. I can go on how this is far from a reach. Still love you.
I like that.
So, right, and then she was very butthurt about being called new. And
you are new. 1 year is not a lot,
Yeah, I think so too. It's not a lot.
You're blessed to be in that position. In 1
you
year.
are, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like if one day, like, Nelk sees a clip from us and we're fucking hanging out with Nelk, like,
I wouldn't mind it.
I wouldn't mind. I'm not gonna be like, hey, I haven't earned it.
Yeah.
Like, no.
You gotta take it.
You gotta take it, right?
It's like the last one.
It's like with anything. Like, let's say you're in a soccer academy and you might not think you're ready for first division or whatever.
But fuck it, you're gonna go.
You think like Barcelona scouts are gonna wait for you? You don't think they have 100 other kids, maybe more? I don't know.
It's probably thousands.
Exactly, right. So you gotta take the chance. So all love to Nina, and she's cool. She seems like a nice girl.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many clips of her, but I mean, it was. There's no hate against her.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. So anyway, overall, what do you think of the whole situation? What do you think of what Brendan said?
I think Brendan's in the
I'll let
right.
you go first.
I think Brendan's in the right now, because how we were saying, the UFC is in a position where they're not in the same numbers as they were 5-6 years ago. So having Sean Strickland right here in these positions where you're gonna get the media attention of like TMZ, fucking all the high channels, Not only that, but all the TikTokers, trending YouTubers. That's gonna boost your numbers for the UFC, regardless if they're not UFC fans or they are. So wouldn't that be an easy choice for Dana with less investment too as well? You're not gonna put up an arena. You're just gonna put Sean Strickland in the club.
Yeah, it's not that big of a
like it's not a bad idea in the business, for Dana. Like hey, why don't I put my former UFC champion over here, you know?
Yeah.
And then whatever he does naturally, well, that's
Which he
his
will
fault.
do it naturally. He will do it naturally.
That's the thing, and that's
Yeah.
his. And they'll be like, that's his fault, but we got the clips here, you know?
Yeah.
Just make sure to mention our name.
It's like when the UFC was disgusted by the events in the bus incident with Conor and Khabib.
Bullshit.
Did they not show that shit 100 times?
Yeah.
In the promos, right?
That's it.
So here's the thing. Was it fake? No.
No.
I also hate that too. It was a work. It wasn't a work.
Conor
Conor,
work.
100% Conor was on the private jet drinking whiskey. He landed and he wanted to do some gangster
It
shit.
wasn't a work. I think Dana was actually truly mad in the
He
bus.
was
you know?
mad. But even Brendan Chavez made a good point when that happened and other stuff has happened. We're disgusted. We apologize. But they're still going to put it 100 times on the promos, right?
Yeah.
They're going to talk about it when they build up the fight.
Set it up.
John Jones and DC shove each other. You know that video? And the stage falls and
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. They both got fined. Let me throw a number out there. They both got fined $10,000. Those $10,000 that they got fined, don't you think they're owed that back with all the pay-per-views they sold because of that altercation? Yeah. I think so. Because when the fight happened, they showed that shit. They showed it 100 times. That video is still popular as fuck. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess that's what Brendan is saying, that, like, don't act like they have morals, right? In the sense that, like, they might be disgusted at Sean Strickland's actions, or they might not be happy when this fool eventually fucking kills someone or hospitalizes someone. But it's gonna they're gonna fucking show it, right? They're gonna prove it. Not that they're gonna show clips of him beating up Sneeko for fights, but they will say it when they're building it up, like, this guy's crazy. Like, this guy is a sick fuck, you know? So that's kind of the thing with that. Where I feel like, I guess it's not scripted, but it's definitely set up, if that makes sense.
No, I get it. I totally
Yeah. But I don't know, because he's been going off on, like, Bryce Hall and all those fools.
Yeah.
So he was like,
it's silly, but I'm not gonna be the guy to stop Sean Strickland either. You know.
yeah,
Like, fucking do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. So Bryce Hall was saying that he wants to spar fucking Sean Strickland, right? And Sean Strickland was like, yeah, we'll do it. And then now he's saying, like, oh, gross. Now he's saying, like, oh, meet me in the desert, blah, blah, blah. That whole meet me in the desert shit, I will say, is a little, like, just spar him.
It reminds me of, like, some fucking Trevor shit from GTA.
Just spar him and beat the shit out of him, which you will. Just
Yeah.
do it. You don't need no deserts. You don't need to kill someone. Like, just smoke on them, you know? Like, it's fine. But I think that dude I think he's legit in the sense that he is fucking, like, he's not a character, I don't think.
He's not a character. It's more like, you also sound like a pussy when you want to go through legal shit, you know? In order to fight.
No, well, that's what he's saying, is that he doesn't want to go through legal shit. That he doesn't want to go. That's what he's saying, that he wants to get away with.
That's his way of skipping
it.
it. Oh, I'm going to go to the desert where there's nobody. But then when you're in the city, oh, let's do it in an official arena, you know? Like, I don't know, bullshit like that.
Yeah, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But, I don't know. That's the thing with him.
But
He's
he
been
doesn't
everywhere.
like, cause somebody asked me earlier in the week, like, do you think Sean Strickland is annoying? Like, I think he's annoying, but I don't mind him because I think that's just him too, you know?
I feel like we can talk about this now, kind of related to it. I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, you're a little sensitive with the influencer thing. I feel like you get a little butthurt when he, like, specifically attacks or says shit about influencers.
I like the content creating world,
Yeah, you do.
and I'll defend it till.
Yeah, I mean, you have your right, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think when, like, douchebags like these 40-year-olds that don't even know how to use technology, you know, like, want to come over here and, which, go ahead, but I mean, you just look clowny, you know, you look like a bully. That's it.
Do you think it's that whole, like, for example, someone like Jake Paul, when he started boxing, the first thing was like, oh, you're a Disney guy. You're a Disney guy.
Yeah, it was always all the older foods, you know that.
Yeah.
Like, you guys just looks like so hurt and like.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's why it bothers you a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's more like, why are you hating on people that want to do something else, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it's the whole, like, well, if it came down to it, I could beat you up. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
stupid. Like, maybe you can.
like, you might be rich, but if we get into a room, I'm the only one walking out. Is that what you mean by that?
Yeah, it's annoying. I don't like that.
I agree with you, but would you also say that influencers have been fucking entering that combat world.
They have, but
it's kind of annoying too, right?
They
Like,
have, but it's always I would say the top influencers too as well. You know, like I don't think I'm in that little gap. You know, right now.
Well, yeah, we're not. It's a fact. We're not. Yeah,
I know.
We will be.
We will, but right now. That's why it doesn't really. I don't really mess with it because who am I in there? You know.
Like you don't think.
I don't think it's my war to fight.
Like you don't think like Canelo or like foods like that, they have a right to be like annoyed or mad when when they see some kid hitting mitts, like some fucking TikToker hitting mitts.
I don't think they get mad.
I don't think they get mad, but like, don't you think they feel some type of way?
No,
a lot of fighters do.
Canelo didn't,
but Canelo actually did. I remember him refusing to answer questions about like the Logan Paul fights and Jake Paul.
Oh yeah, he is, but he answered it. He answered them.
But he said he's not gonna not even ask.
No, but he answered them before where he said he wouldn't fight it. He wouldn't fight any like he wouldn't take a match like that. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Because he eventually feels some type of way about it. That's what I mean. Like,
I thought you were talking about like the mids. I'm like, oh, but if you're talking
about
a fight,
not the mids.
But if you're talking about a fight, no, obviously no.
Yeah.
He's not gonna pay attention to it.
Yeah,
it's like you ask a soccer player, like, "Hey, you want to play a match with these guys from the park?" No, it's like it's cool that you guys do it, but like I'm not gonna do it. There's no point.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Where like I get it, right?
But Canelo does it in the most respectful way that you could do it. You know, in the possibly the perfect way to do it. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna answer those questions because it'll just be a waste of time. You're gonna get the same reaction too as well.
I totally get what you mean, and I do agree with you. First of all, to find some common ground, I agree with you with the part where they sound mad about it, right? About influencers, like in general, like, oh, you're not a real man because you do TikTok. Like, to me, what the fuck is a real man, right? Who the fuck knows? To me, a real man is like you pay your bills and you take care of whoever you need to fucking
your
take care of,
family,
right? Your girlfriend, your wife, chicks you date, whatever, right? Whatever is important to you. But so I agree with you. I don't like that whole like, oh, you're a pussy because you're an influencer. But I also see why it's annoying when like fools like Bryce Hall are like trying to like be fighters. And now they don't even want to be considered influencers. They want to be considered fighters. Like, you're not a fighter. You know what I'm saying?
They're not. They should know also where they land to in that spot, you know?
That's what I mean, yeah.
You don't get to switch your fucking whole fucking resume of
yeah,
what are you.
Yeah, and like I don't disrespect Bryce Hall because he's done the bare knuckle thing. Like, that's pretty fucking gangster. I'm not gonna lie. Though I'm talking about the fools that are like KSI and like who's a big star by the way.
I like him, but he's also kind of like a joke too.
That's what I'm saying. That's when it gets
even
jokey.
Before the boxing thing.
That's when it gets jokey.
Because he was a rapper too for a bit.
KSI and I love Logan Paul, but like you're not good at it. Like you're not good at it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I also get why fighters feel some type of way about these fools. You know, so I get it too.
I would let them though.
I mean, it's not about letting them. They'll do it. It's not that they need their permission.
But it wouldn't offend me having their own little promotion or shit. You know, at the end of the day, they're not gonna sell out like to the real boxing.
But hasn't it annoyed you when you see like friends of ours that all of a sudden have a podcast for like 2 weeks?
No, because they leave the game and I know
but
they're
it
not
has
gonna
annoyed
last.
you though. It
has.
annoyed you that.
But the reason is that at the end of the day, I know it gets past me because I know they're not gonna last in it. You know, to me, it's like dead competition already.
Yeah.
I think I've lost that fear of people.
Oh, so you think that was like the older you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, it's like, oh, you want to do it?
And me too, by the way. I'm not making you sound like a hater.
No.
I've talked shit with you too. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I think I've grown out of that where I hear people do it or I see people doing it. Like, oh, that competition to me. Like, you're going to die from fentanyl or you're going to fucking just get a fucking girl pregnant and you're going to stop, you know?
That's the outcome. You gotta die from fentanyl.
Hey, literally, that's what I think. I'm being straight up right now. Yeah. That's what I think.
That's funny, dude.
I don't think people could hold up to the podcast community at the end of the day.
Yeah, there's definitely like. I also don't like the thing where like, oh, everyone has a podcast. Like, I agree with you. Like, let them have it. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to be angry too, and I'm angry sometimes. I'm not a positive guy.
Yeah.
But I get what you mean. Where like, all right, like, fuck it. Like, why would I get mad at these who suck? You know.
If you're off topic,
I feel like they do. Like, a lot of people say them pendejos.
There's a reason. You and me have discussed it.
We have discussed it.
There's a reason why they don't follow.
Ignore, don't follow, and all that shit. I think so too. But it's all good. Because I know a lot of fucking podcasters out there gonna overdose one day.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not wishing it on that.
Nah, but
You know,
you see it
I've
coming.
had moments where I've drank too much, you know, like stuff like that, you know, like I'm not a fucking saint, right? But like I've seen it, like, you know what I'm saying? We're like, I feel like already, because we're not in that race yet. I'll be on, I'm fucking brutal with our subs. We're not in that race yet, right?
I know.
We're still on our grind.
Yeah, we are.
If anything, we're in that era where like, why are we still doing this? But I'm still gonna do it, you know. But I've seen some guys where like they get like I've seen it now. They get like a lick of fame, just a little lick, and they're already like, I can tell like, damn, dude, like you really think you're a rock star and you're really doing all those drugs and you're really fucking doing all that blow, and I can fucking see your heart beating through your chest. Like, damn, how you gonna handle that, you know?
Fuck.
But I don't know. I hope it doesn't happen to us. I hope it doesn't happen to them, honestly.
Not to us, obviously.
But I feel like it is true what you mean. Where I feel like we get bullshit a lot. You know, we get bullshitted a lot, and that's why it is hard to like not be.
It's
a
okay.
hater. And I remember that's one of the things Brendan told us about.
Yeah.
It's just to not have that anger, right?
Yeah.
And then
Well, we gotten better with it.
yeah, we have, but we're human beings. You can go do your thing. Yeah, like you know, like we're human beings. We have emotions, and sometimes that's anger, and sometimes that's jealousy. But yeah, I totally get what you mean. That like, but I don't know. But I do think that too. Where like I don't really care anymore because at the end of the day, like you're either whack as fuck, you're either repetitive as fuck, or you're gonna hit that glass ceiling because you put up certain thing. Where like, oh, you're gonna be a Chicano guy, and you're gonna be Chicano forever, and then it's like a fly. You're flying, and then you just hear boop,
I love that.
boop. They hit the ceiling, right?
I love that thing because I already know, like, go ahead, you already mark yourself for something, you know?
Yeah,
I'm not worried about you. Go ahead, grow 100,000 followers in one day.
yeah,
That's a max.
yeah. That's how I feel with like, I feel like we're investing in the long term. We're like, okay, like no, yeah, my people might not know who we are in the sense, but at least I won't be like, hey, fool, the higher the sock, the downer the fool. Like.
As a content creator, wouldn't you want to create the content for the whole world?
When do you think you start? When do you think you stop giving a shit? How do you think that happens? First of all,
What do you mean? What do you mean?
giving a shit in the sense. When do you think it starts happening where you stop giving a shit and you don't care about it evolving?
Are you saying
Like as a content creator, like those people. Like when do you think they get to the point where they're like, oh, I'll just do this forever?
the Latino ones?
In
Or
general, like repetitive content creators, like people that never grew.
I feel like eventually they'll keep on going, like say 3, 4, or 5 years, you know?
But not the years though, because they've been doing it for a long time. But I'm saying like in general, I'm not asking like really like.
Or what are you trying?
I'm not. My point is, when do you stop caring enough to evolve?
When
do
they
you
start
stop
when
caring
they
enough
start
to
making a
switch your
living.
games. You think that's what it is?
I think like as long as they have enough to like make a living, they'll keep on doing it.
Yeah.
That's all they're gonna do at the end. That's all they know too. Truly, they're not
Yeah.
gonna fucking go out and fucking see different comedians, different directors, actors. You know?
Yeah, like I see a lot of like, for example, I notice a lot of the Mexican kids, which I love the skit. We send them to each other. We think the skits are funny. The bits are funny.
Mm-hmm.
But I notice a lot of that, like the Mexican dads be like, and it's like
I wouldn't.
yeah, well, hold on. But like, that's cool, and they're killing it, and they're always gonna kill it, right? With that, because it is funny. I relate to that. But then I see a lot of them are like doing movies and like trying to act, like doing independent movies, like YouTube films, which is fine, right? You gotta start somewhere. But my point is like, now you're the Mexican dad guy joke, the Mexican guy dad joke guy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you are. Like, why would I hire you to play as a policeman, or why would I hire you to play as like a therapist or like a character? Like, I feel like they just put themselves in that glass ceiling, and it's like, okay,
That's what I mean. That's like
I don't see you as a superhero. I don't see you as a nothing.
That's a dangerous spot to put yourself in because you limit yourself from your beginnings, and now when you really want to do some stuff that you thought you were gonna do, now you're like, oh shit.
Now you're always gonna be like the hey, ¿qué estás haciendo?
Well, you could
guy,
only
you know?
act that part, in reality.
Or even sadder, maybe you could act more parts, but no one knows and no one cares. Good, yeah, good. Put on this bandana. Cool.
I doubt it, actually. Me personally,
Oh, okay.
I doubt it. I think they only know one perspective of acting. I think they think it's more like, oh, I could do this one part, so I could do all of them.
Yeah.
It's almost like I think they don't know there's more to acting than just pretending to be this type of dad.
Yeah.
And then that's when they get to that big ass bubble and they're like, oh shit, like fuck, like I can do this. I'm pretty sure they've rehearsed for those fucking parts. Like a superhero, like a fucking crackhead, whatever,
Whatever, yeah.
It's gonna take talent.
Or whatever, yeah.
And they don't figure out the puzzle because they only know one part in reality.
One piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why like I feel like the way it is, I see it as like, and I'm not trying to be deep right now, but they're raping the business. All of them. They're taking turns raping the business. And then next thing you know, like for the next generations, like us, right? The up and comers, there's like nothing left because there's a lake and they're taking from that lake and they're taking it, right? All these years, little by little. And now it's like all dried up. It's just little puddles. And then now it's like, instead of fighting for the little puddles, like, nah, dude, like, fuck your lake. I'm going to go to make my own fucking ocean, Like, I don't need to fucking get your scraps. In the sense that, like, I feel like the more the years pass by, the more of those type of foods you get. And the less and less there is in that business to take shit from. And that's why I think we did a good job with, like, oh, well, that's cool. Like, we're not doing that anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. So I kind of see it that way where, like, I don't know, like, cool, like, do that. And do it, and I'll do something else,
Yeah.
Because I can do that, dude. I have dad jokes, too. Like,
anybody can.
It's fine. Like, I really hate, and I feel like it's fucked up because it sets up Latino content creators like us. It sets them up for, like, even harder obstacles.
It does.
Where, like, now that's what people expect. Sometimes when I do hashtags for our posts, I don't even want to put Chicano podcast, Chicano comedian, Chicano content creator. Because to me, like, it's embarrassing to me sometimes. Not being Mexican is embarrassing. That's not what I'm saying. It's embarrassing to me that someone who's going through the post might put me in that category of the higher the sock, the downer the fool. Like, I don't want to be in that fucking category, bro. Like, and it's fucked up because now that's making it hard for you and me because I'm scared to do that hashtag. I'm scared to tag food community or whatever fucking page, right? But if those people don't care because they only want to put themselves over. They don't want to put the whole business over. They're not doing what's best for the whole raza or the whole business. They want to get themselves over. And that's it. And if they bury everybody else or don't get anyone else over, they don't give a fuck because they got over. They got their money.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm out of money. Let me put these socks on and this bandana on and I'll make some fucking money real quick. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
But the fucked up part is that now there's like nothing left for new people. And that's why I have a lot of respect for not just us, but people that try different things. Something. And there's no such thing as original anymore, right? We all get influenced.
I mean, there's always a
But
way.
you can try.
People will recognize styles,
Definitely 100%, dude. And
that's what I'm glad.
I don't know. To me, that's like, I feel like it's your responsibility as a Chicano content creator or Mexican content creator, wherever you want to call yourself, to try to set up the next generation a little bit. Give back to the business a little bit. Don't put everyone in a little box because you hit your glass ceiling and like you don't think it could be broken. I don't know.
I guess I might just be making more T-Mobile commercials.
That's cool. That's clean, by the way.
That's clean, but where the fuck is mine?
Yeah, you should.
Where the fuck is off topic?
Yeah, exactly. Like, nah, and that's the thing. Like, it's all good. Like I just said earlier, like, you're a man. You want to make money. You want to make a living.
Everybody does.
It's like JR says, everyone deserves a payday. You know,
Yeah.
I agree with that. But I feel like we're on a different level of like I almost feel like a savior, like a cult leader. I feel like crazy sometimes, dude.
Like you saved a whole fucking a group of content creators almost. I feel that's how I
and
see
it hasn't happened yet, but it will happen. Like I feel like
as the newer ones come in and then the older ones start reviving or that had the same concept.
I feel like I'm raising the next generation of like content creators.
Like, even starting up the old ones too.
Yeah, like I feel like in that Eminem line, what's D12? And I know it's cringe to quote Eminem, but I always, even when I was fucking like 11 and I heard this song, I thought it was fucking hard. He goes, I came to save this new generation of babies from parents who failed to raise them because they're lazy. That's how I feel. Or like, it's okay, just give me a couple years and I'll fucking help you guys out. You know, like
that's a dream.
Or I'll at least give you the tools. I'm not gonna like do everything for you.
No,
because I also get that too. Like, I'm not here to be on the first episode of your podcast so you can get some views and then you not do it later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I get asked all the time, like, oh, what program do you use? I'll answer those questions, you know? But I'm also not going to sit here and teach you how to fucking clip audio from Audacity.
Yeah.
Like, I have shit to do too, you know?
Correct.
I don't know. But that's how I feel. Like, I don't know. And you probably dream bigger than me. You want to do all the acting shit and shit.
No, that's just separate. It's not dreaming bigger. It's more just extra projects.
Yeah.
But it'll also benefit all. I think of it as like if I do all those other things, that'll benefit the podcast as well. You know.
Yeah.
I just want to grow it together.
No, that's how I
Not
see
with-
it too.
Not with them, just with Koba. You know.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that too. Like, I don't feel like I owe anyone anything. You know?
It's a helicopter riding, not a plane.
Yeah, dude. But I don't know. Fuck it. I mean, it is what it is. You know. Whatever.
I mean, I enjoy it. You know.
it is what it is. But I do see a lot of things crashing and falling.
I do see off topic fucking rising.
Yeah, I know. Imagine I just become a politician. That'd be hilarious, dude.
Fuck it. Do the Kennedy commercial. Russell.
Actually,
Hey, do you think they're actually gonna do the what Putin was saying that they're gonna do like a fucking vaccine for cancer? Or you think that's bullshit?
I don't even know, dude.
I wish he did, honestly.
Well, yeah. I mean, less people dying would be good, you know. But
Cause cancer's fucking annoying, like bro, like you guys, cause you guys get all the fucking kills, you know. It's like Call of Duty shit. Like, bro, why does cancer get all the kills, you know?
let me get a UAV, you know.
Like, let diabetes get some too, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, bro.
Yeah, they keep taking like diabetes. It's like cancer's taking all the bitches, you know.
And then heart attacks is next.
Now they're like, fuck this shit, bro. Give me some too, you know.
Yeah.
But you know what would be funny?
What?
If all of a sudden the U.S. is like, we have one too, you know?
How
That's what you were
crazy
telling
would
me
that
earlier.
shit be? Like, how mad were all the people that lost a loved one
Someone
to
to
cancer?
cancer, yeah.
Like fuck this country. Like, you guys did this shit for
You
me.
guys didn't do shit for me. Yeah, it is pretty fucking sad, honestly. I would be fucking pissed.
Somebody even think that they already have a cure for cancer.
I think that too.
I hope that when I'm 70 they do.
hey, hurry it up, nerds.
I'm not gonna lie. There's some days where I'm like, fuck. By 2050, they better have something ready, you know? I'm gonna go into the 50s with fucking cancer, you know?
Like, hey, bro, I forgive you guys for not doing flying cars, but you gotta do something about that C-bomb, dude. You guys need to hurry the fuck up, bro. Dude, that shit's funny, man.
I don't really trust these herbs too much, you know?
Yeah, dude, that shit's funny. Yeah, I know. Huh? But you know why? This is the reason why. And I'm sorry, I was looking that up.
No,
I wasn't
you're good.
ignoring you. One of the reasons why I think they do have a cure for cancer is because all the royal family foods, all these politicians, they always live like forever.
You
It's
told
like,
me
how
that?
come they avoid that? And I know there's been times where they die. I know.
No,
I'm not saying
obviously
never
they
die.
all die, you know? I don't think it's that. I think it's more, even though it sounds stupid, I think it's more for pharmaceutical companies to gain money. Even though I don't even know how they gain money or what.
No, well, they gain money because chemotherapy is fucking expensive.
And the insurance pays for it, right? Or who?
It's not about that. My point is, like, if you don't have
Like, you're forced to
why,
pay it, honestly.
like, if I'm a mechanic, I would hate a car that never breaks down.
Yeah, you're right.
Like if the government said we're only driving this one car now, get rid of every car. We're driving American X car, whatever, right? It's the most racist car sounding ever. And that this car, the transmission never fails, and you don't even need anything.
It's a Ford.
Right? Nothing, right? It's fucking a great car. I'm a fucking mechanic. I'm pissed about it, you know? Like, what the fuck? I don't have work anymore because everyone's driving this car. And I feel like it's the same with, like, that where, like, we'll make more money just treating people instead of curing it, right? Like, I don't know. That's how I see it.
Yeah, that's kind of ruthless.
It's super fucking ruthless. Business is ruthless, dude.
It is.
I can't think of the name right now. There's a pharmaceutical that killed fucking dozens of thousands of people.
I think we talked about it. It was like,
but just to bring it up,
yeah.
all they said was, "Sorry, won't release it again."
And they only had to pay like $200 million, right, out of $1 billion they made.
Yeah,
yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Sorry, hey, sorry, your grandma died taking my shit. Yeah, I'll make something else now. It's fucking insane. Where like, if you get enough DUIs, you will go to jail. You are not allowed to drive anymore. You are a danger to yourself and people's lives. You are done. Your freedom is over. You killed 20,000 people. Okay, sorry. Here you go, some money. Like, it's fucking insane. The pharmaceutical business, I feel like that's the shit where if you dig deep, you get fucking shot randomly. That is what I think is like fucking insane, dude.
That's fucking crazy.
That is where it's like, oh, Henry committed suicide. He shot himself 3 times in the head. You know? It's fucking crazy.
Pretty sure they lied about some shit like that.
Dude, I've taken fucking, like, because recently, they're from a hospital. Like, I didn't buy them from a drug dealer. I've taken fucking legit level 2 narcotic painkillers. They're fucking intense.
So awesome?
Yeah.
I'll just take some right now.
Hell yeah, I'll take some right now. And my point that I'm bringing it up is, like, that shit's intense. And the fact that you could just ask for it. Look at John Mulaney, the John Mulaney bit.
Oh.
Where he's like, go to the
Michael.
Oh, yeah, Dr. Michael.
Dr. Michael. Only one name.
He's like,
no less.
He's like, now some of you guys may say that's a bad doctor. Nay. That's
nay,
the
nay.
best doctor.
Nay.
You know?
That's
He's
crazy.
like, you know, where's my Klonopin? It's like, you don't need it. He's like, you know how hard it is to get a doctor to give you pills you don't need? And he pauses. It's not hard at all. You know, like, it's fucking funny. Just go to this website where they have doctors.
Rated.
Go from lowest ratings to highest. Go with the lowest. It's fucking insane. It's insane. And not all doctors are like that. I truly believe there are doctors that they want to cure people.
Yeah, there is.
God bless them, you know?
Yeah.
But I think that pharmaceutical shit is fucking scary. Like, one day I want to have someone on.
I want to have a lawyer on.
Yeah?
Like those fun lawyers from TikTok.
Yeah.
Like, I think that would be cool, you know, like, because I started following this when, actually last night, he was just asking, like, he goes up to people, like, in Beverly Hills and shit. He'll ask them, like, oh, like, what lawsuit do you want me to, like, talk about? Or, like, something that could happen, like, at work, you know? I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's cool.
Entertaining.
Nah, yeah.
And doctors, too.
Do you ever, I guess that's a good point, going back to, like, the influencer thing. I think it's interesting that, like, doctors, lawyers, cops, they've adapted to this new life of, like, oh, I can make TikToks talking about shit. Excuse me, guys. And it's like, wow, it's a part of life now, you know?
It is. Because
like, it's fucking insane.
We all have our phones on us, you know? We can't go around without phones. It'll feel weird. And then probably...
To me, it's just insane that, like, that's, like,
it
the
is.
standard
It's crazy, obviously. It's crazy, man. But also,
it's crazy, man.
us as people, we've always wanted to know the perspective of their world, you know?
Yeah.
Like, how many people of us ask, oh, how is it like to be a doctor or a cop, lawyer, you know?
Yeah.
And now we get that benefit, like, oh.
There's a face to it, right? Like,
yeah.
there's a lawyer that, like, oh, this is that lawyer.
Yeah.
Right?
Back then, we didn't. We had to all we had to do was fucking watch Cops, you know? And that was our perspective of Cops. Got any drugs on you, bud?
Cops is one of those things where, like, if you're watching Cops, your life is not going in a good direction. But also, if you're watching Cops, it's so fucking fun.
It is.
Dude, Cops is so good.
It's better than fucking watching those clips where I don't have to ask answer questions.
Oh, you know what I hate? Those click part 2 coming soon. Release the
Yeah.
whole thing. Fuck
Yeah.
it. And you know what I'll never do when they have a part 2? I'll never subscribe to you ever again.
Yeah.
I'll take my like away from that video.
I don't know how to answer any questions.
Yeah. Why'd you stop me?
Bring your supervisor.
Do you prove that you stopped me? What's your badge number? Okay, you fucking. I was gonna say a word that started with F and rhymes with maggot. I've said it before, I think, right?
How you have?
Yeah, but it's all good. You're right off topic. We respect. But yeah, I hate that shit. Oh, why'd you pull me over, officer? Ugh.
Like, they swear fucking cop is racist, you know, or fucking looking for a bribe.
Yeah, like chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like he might have let you go, but I also get it. Some cops fuck you too. You know.
I mean, we've had not us, but there's been situations where sadly there's been bad cops.
Yeah, but I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's all good.
It is.
But anyway, dude, tell them where to find us, dude. If you're a new listener to Off Topic, where do they go? Where do they go? If they want to see more HT and more Koba, where do they go?
All they have to do is go on Instagram and go at Off Topic Podcast 34, and then you can follow us, and then you'll find the link right there to all our platforms.
Remember, guys, Off Topic Podcast 34. That's where we live. That's our home.
Yes, sir.
Makes it more easy, you know? So just follow us there. And there are links to our personal Instagrams as well if you're interested in following our personal lives. We are pretty fun.
Or DM us.
Or DM us fan questions.
Yep.
Or just DM us. Say what's up. Be like, hey, what's up,
this
Henry?
weekend.
Yeah, I know. You guys.
Fuckers.
Yeah, fucking hurry the fuck up, you know?
Huh.
But y'all be tagging Drake on his birthday like he's going to listen with his big ass dick. Did you see Drake's dick?
Nope.
You want to see it?
No, I don't want to see it. But I heard it was like people were all making
Yeah. I know people are shocked he's black. You know, no shit's going to be big. But anyway, Off Topic Podcast 34 on Instagram. For emails, inquiries, ads, sponsors, any questions, email us at offTopicPodcast34@gmail.com. DM us, say hi. We don't bite. I'm Kobe the Gorilla.
And I'm H.
And we are
The Off Topic Podcast.
out.